Three-dimensional flowers. This is something that everybody wants to learn how to do. It's one of the fundamentals of art, color acrylic, starting out with three-dimensional flowers. Are there tricks to it? That's one of the big questions. The answer is yes. There are some tricks that you do not know and that you will learn right here on Nail School. All right, dude, 3D flowers.
3D flowers.
What is the real deal, bro?
Well, first of all, you need the right brush. This is a design brush, imagination art brush. And a trick, which I've taught a lot of students, is once you pour nail liquid into your Dappen dish, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this in. Okay. Without amount, I'm gonna do something. So what I like to do is take a couple drops of acetone, a couple drops, right? And just add maybe 2 or 3 drops of acetone.
Why?
By adding the drops, the acrylic doesn't stick. So when you're sculpting out your leaves, it doesn't run or stick to your brush, which is really, really important. So it's an old trick I learned a long time ago, and that's what we want. We don't want it gummy, we want it to be able to press out so it's like clay. Once you learn how to do this flower, you could look at anything else, and with the same technique, you could duplicate everything else. It's all about using the body, the side, and the tip of the brush.
Nice.
Right? So let me demonstrate. First of all, let me show you with the liquid and the powder real fast. When I dip my brush, right, the first thing I do is I don't go from here to here because there's too much liquid. If I lightly spin it on my towel, it allows me to pick up a small pearl. Do you see that? That little small pearl? Once I actually set that down to the surface, right, what I can actually do is take the body of the brush and start to open up the petal. You see I'm actually using the side of the brush to actually open up the petal. Take a look at how thin it is. I'm gonna turn my hand to the side so you can actually see how thin that petal is. Look at that. It doesn't look like I built a donut on the nail. It is thin like paper. You can see that? Okay? When you're starting, you have to remember that we are working. I'm going to use the whole entire surface, but you can see I could actually take my brush, you see that? And I'm actually going to kind of draw a circle with whatever liquid is around. Do you see that? You can see the glare from the liquid on the brush. I'm going to use that circle as kind of my guide when I'm working, okay? So I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to do the same thing, I'm going to spin it, I'm going to take a nice bead, I am going to set it down right here, I'm going to, from the surface, I'm just going to work it out, see that? Just like this, like a little moon. Then what I want to be able to do is take the body of my brush and I'm actually going to start pushing out, right? Pushing out, right? Always. Notice how the tip of my brush stays almost in the same spot as I actually start pushing this really, really nice petal out. You see that? Just like that. Okay? I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to spin it, I'm going to get another pearl. I'm going to set it to the outside just like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of guide it out, right? Just like that, and just pull this one a little bit in. See that? Now, I want to be able to do the same thing. I'm going to have to turn my hand around, but take a look at the tip of my brush, how it starts from the inside, and I actually start pushing from the inside out. Inside out, look at that, right? Inside out, look at that. Right? You can see all the negative space that I actually have within here, but you can see how that little bit of a lip, right, is on top of the flower. Gives it its three-dimensional kind of impression. And again, because of the nature of the liquid, it's allowing the product to set without sticking to the brush. Now I've left all of this space on the inside right here. I'm going to take advantage of all of the negative space that I have here. And how I'm going to do that, again, is by getting a bead that fits right inside the center. You see that? Right inside. This is going to be my third pearl. And what I want to be able to do, again, from the inside, is I want to be able to use, again, the tip of my brush, and you can see how I'm actually starting to work the petal out. Work the petal out, okay? I'm not pushing hard, I'm just using the body of my brush to actually start pushing out, right? With the body of my brush on top of all that really nice thin structure, and take a look at how awesome that looks, right? Look at that. Okay? That is my third petal, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take advantage of the negative space that I have inside. So what I'm gonna do is take a small pearl, I'm going to set it right inside the center where it's hollow. I'm gonna take the tip of my brush, I'm gonna spin it, I'm gonna hold it vertical. You see how I'm holding it vertical? I'm just gonna kind of poke a hole right here. And then what I wanna do is use the body of my brush, as you can see, to kind of pull it out. Look at that. Now, what I'm gonna do is start to use the rest of my brush, and I'm gonna start pushing it flat all the way out towards the negative space. Look at that. I have my fourth petal. I have my fourth petal. Now, I have one more bead. I need to fit one more small bead in the center. Look at that. I'm getting a really, really tiny bead. Really tiny bead. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set it right inside the middle, just like that. And then I'm gonna do the same exact thing. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of hollow it out, and press down towards one end. And as you can see, there's my flower. Ta-da! But I want to show you something cool. If I turn it to the side, look at how thin that is. So if I decided that I wanted to use this inside the nail, I'll be able to overlay it again and still maintain a nice thin body.
So if you want to encase it,
correct,
you can, because
you
it's
can.
so thin.
Correct. An easy flower to learn. Again, it only takes 1, 2, 3. Wow, 1, 2, 3. I did 4 petals. You learn how to do something like this, and you can actually start working on the rest of your 3D work.